Hello Internet! Welcome to another episode of the Classic Nerd where I have to decide if a game is worth playing or worth trashing. Today I wanted to take a look at Devilish, The Next Possession. It's another game that I know nothing about and never played it as a kid. I found it while I was browsing a local game store and I knew I had to play it once I saw the box arts, and I knew I had to decide if it was worth playing or worth trashing for you guys. The story is that a prince and a princess were in love. A jealous demon turned the happy couple into stone paddles. What's the demon's name? I can't figure out what that's supposed to be. Suddenly, a blue ball came into existence to help the prince and the princess to defeat the jealous demon and return them back to normal. The artwork is pretty amazing. The awesome skull zipper thingy that transitions scenes is freaking sweet. The in-game HUD is really well designed and drawn, and I especially like the art animation for the hourglass. The mixture of horror, medieval, and fantasy into one art style is impressive. I wish I had known about this game sooner. The sprites are really well drawn and animated as well. The music in each stage as well as the menus and cutscenes are all nice, and it gets the adrenaline pumping. I love the beats and I could jam out to most of the tracks in my day-to-day life. It's odd to me that the stage bosses are all labeled as the main event, like a wrestling match or something. What? It's an Arkanoid clone? When the cutscene for the story was playing, they showed the prince and princess as stone paddles. I just thought they looked like strange paddles. I didn't even consider that the game would be a top-down breakout. I'm not complaining, the game is actually a lot of fun. I just have issues with most games that have a top-down perspective. The way that the sprites are drawn make them look like everything is on its side. These skelly men blowing fire are good examples of what I'm talking about. You can use the paddles independently, which makes controlling the ball easy. The levels are designed like mazes, with sharp turns and multiple paths, but only one correct path to go down. As the game progresses, the levels begin to get more complicated. Likewise, the enemies within the levels get more annoying. I hate these damn frogs and whatever the hell those are supposed to be. I think they're supposed to be anglerfish, but I don't know. They eat the blue ball and force you to just sit and wait. They don't harm the player, you can't get a game over because of them, and you can't kill them. Their sole purpose is to waste your time, and that shit pisses me off. Yeah. Okay. The first main event is named Demon. Simple and straight to the point. Holy fuck! That's the main event? Demon Dude is ripped! He looks like Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk. But what's he doing with his hands? Is he trying to block the ball from hitting him? Is Demon Dude really nothing more than just a goalie? First main event wasn't exactly eventful, but the level isn't over yet. To complete each level, you have to continue on and find a hole in the ground to shove your ball into. The second main event is just a big clock. The entire battle is you trying to get the ball into these holes. There isn't anything on the clock face that indicates damage is being done, so the entire battle is confusing and poorly thought out. You just suddenly win at what feels like random. What the fuck are those? They're terrifying! Whoever designed these tree creatures must be one sick asshole! The main event is a tree and oh my god! What am I looking at? I guess it's supposed to be the tree's mouth? The transformation is so gross and terrifying. That does not look like a mouth. It's so veiny. Ew. The jelly beans it spits out turn into baby trees? Yeah, I'm calling it. That is not the mouth of that tree. And what happened to it? It shot its load and just left before the saplings could sprout. Typical. Ew, it's churning red. I don't feel clean anymore. I need a shower after that, dude. Nothing prepared me for that battle. Let's continue. For science. The last stage has great music. Final boss time. Wow, a realistic heart. That's pretty cool and it's drawn really well. Basically, the final battle is the player trying to take out the heart guarded by these 3 jealous demon dudes. They shoot out balls identical to your blue ball to try to confuse you, but if you're able to just get the ball on the back wall behind the demons, then the battle is pretty easy. Fuck yeah! I killed that heart! Well, that's the game. The prince and the princess are turned back into humans and the ball is like, all in a day's work. Now to find some more people paddles! No, let's not challenge hard level, thank you. Well, that was Devilish, the next possession. Was it good? Well, the art, music, and sound are all amazing in the game. I love the art, sound, generally enjoy the music. The gameplay is fine, the dragon power-ups were very useful, but as far as I could tell, you really can't get a game over unless you really fuck up, making the game over completely the player's fault. I enjoy a challenge. I especially enjoy being challenged in a video game. A video game is a separate reality from what our own reality actually is. So men and women can be great and powerful things like wizards and warriors and paddles. But Devilish the Next Possession doesn't really have a very strong challenge to it. Everything seemed very clear cut as far as what you're supposed to do, at least. With all that said, Devilish the Next Possession isn't a bad game. It's actually a lot of fun. But I don't really see that many reasons to replay it, which does impact the review. And so my ending verdict is play it. And then trash it, because unless you're just really into Breakout and love gothic themes, there's no real reason to keep it. I mean, it's not Legend of Zelda. Thank you so much for watching my review for Devilish the Next Possession. If you enjoyed the review, then definitely check out my other content on this channel. And if you really like what you see, well then click here to see more. Welcome everybody to Season 2 of the Classic Nerd!